let Dominion take control of your pest problems.
Hi, I'm Greg Pettis with Dominion Pest Control. I'm sitting here with our veteran technician, Christopher Comero, and today we're going to talk about bed bugs. Now, Chris, there are a lot of myths out there about bed bugs and the type of people that they prey on. What can you tell us, first of all, what type of individuals are going to get hit with a bed bug infestation?
Pretty much just about everybody is susceptible to a bed bug infestation. One of the main ways you're probably going to get them is through international travel and hotel stays. Visitors, people that are intermingling their luggage with other people, say on a bus, a plane, a train. That's one of the main ways these guys are spread around. So anyone is susceptible to a bed bug infestation, and that leaves us included.
So what you're saying is there's no respecter of social class, financial class?
Rich, poor, clean or dirty, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anybody can get them, and they don't discriminate.
Okay, the next question is, what exactly do bed bugs do?
Bed bugs are looking to feed on your blood for the purpose of molting and becoming mature and making a full life cycle. So bed bugs will harbor themselves in small cracks and crevices because they like to be tightly compressed. It makes them feel safe, it makes them feel comfortable. And about every 6 to 9 days they're going to have a desire for a blood meal because it's in their nature to molt at that time. They find you, they then come up to you. Not necessarily do they climb on you all the time, but they'll come up to you and feed off you like as if at a trough, a feeding trough. You know, they'll park right where your body meets the bed, and then they will take their piercing mouth part and impale you with it, and at the same time administer an anticoagulant and a local anesthetic. So the blood continues to flow, and so that you simply just don't feel the bites.
So that would explain the blood on the sheets, right?
Yep. Basically what's happening is as soon as they take that blood meal, they are then excreting it out the other end at the same time. Either right there or immediately after on your mattresses, box springs, or wherever their harborage is, say in around your headboard or the footboard of your bed, all your bed frame. They really prefer more organic and rougher surfaces. They don't like smooth leather, plastic surfaces. They like it to be more textured, more rough cut, like the rough cut parts of the lumber that are inside of your bed frame where the actual framing meets the wood headboard. They love that little area in there, and I find eggs time and time again tucked in there because they really like to create what's called pheromone-induced clusters. So they'll all cluster together. They're very gregarious, and they like to harbor together in tightly confined places, excluded away from being out in the open. And then when it's time to molt, they will leave those places, come and feed on you, and then go right back to the very same place that they came from due to the pheromones that they excrete. And that's basically how it works, and it can be very hard to find them if, say, an individual were to try to eradicate them themselves with anything that you may buy, you know, say over the counter or whatnot, because a lot of times those are repellency type things. So you can really scatter around bed bugs much worse if you weren't to contact a professional. And it's hard to get that across to people because there's a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there.
Amazing. Now, Chris, over the years you've done many bed bug jobs. Can you tell us about one that stands out in your mind that you've done recently?
Yeah, it would have been for a blind lady. She lived on the 3rd floor, but the way it all unfolded was pretty interesting because the 2nd floor tenant had started to see some mysterious bugs in her kitchen and contacted the property management companies like, hey, I got these weird bugs. They're coming out of my ceiling. What do we do about them? So they asked me, said, well, can bed bugs come out of the ceiling? I said, possibly, but is there anybody living above her? Well, yes, there is. So I get up there, yes, and identify the fact that they're bed bugs and get to talking to the lady. She had made many visits to a doctor who had thought that she had actually had some sort of a skin problem or some sort of a reaction or allergic reaction. And since nothing he did seemed to clear it up, he was like, maybe you should, you know, look into maybe you have a bed bug problem at your house.
Okay.
And we ended up there and confirmed that it was, and it's an absolute nightmare because she's blind. She couldn't see what's going on. Turns out she had a visitor come along a few months ago via Greyhound bus, intermingling his luggage, and along with other people's luggage on the trip. Who knows where he was staying before that, because in the midst of travels where you're going to pick these things up.
So this guy brought the bed bugs into the blind lady's house.
Yep. That is the only, after talking to all the tenants, that's the only way I could narrow it down to that one particular incident, and that's how they got there.
Amazing. So what happened?
Well, I got up there and she started to break down into tears and was extremely embarrassed, and she's apologetic to all the tenants, and I'm like, listen, I said, this is not your fault, it's not your problem, you're a victim of a global epidemic. People are picking these things up left and right, and they're kind of got the jump on society at this point right now.
Okay, now let's talk about control. There's a lot of people out there that are watching and are saying, okay, I understand what you're saying, but what do I do with my bed bug situation? What would you say to those folks, Chris?
I would say very first thing you want to do if you suspect you have bed bugs is collect a specimen. If you can at all find a specimen to present to a professional pest control technician, collect a specimen, get it in front of somebody, take it to the local co-op, have them confirm that it is a bed bug. And then don't do anything on your own other than, say, thoroughly vacuuming and laundering your stuff, but get a professional in there to inspect your home, and then get a battle plan to actually eradicate the problem.
Sounds great. For those that are watching, something that you can do is you can take the bed bug sample that you have and actually watch the video that we have and compare it. And if you do think that you have bed bugs, give us a call at 717-393-7879 and tell the secretaries that you have a bed bug infestation and see how fast you can get Chris out to take care of your problem. So once again, we'd like to thank you, Chris, for joining us here and telling us all this information about bed bugs. And if you need us, just give us a call. Thank you.
We're itching to take care of your problem.